Hi everyone. This video is specifically for those who are starting from July, and this will help you to plan for the verbal section. Even people who started earlier can refer to these videos. It will somewhere help them to understand where they stand with regards to their preparation. My name is Patrick, scored 100% in CAT 6 times. So fair idea regarding the CAT paper. So let's look at the verbal sections. So if you look at in the verbal section, the reading comprehension part is almost 24 out of 34 questions. So that means 24% of the entire 100 question paper is reading comprehension. So reading comprehension has the highest weightage which is there for the exam. Apart from that, there are six more questions like para summary and odd one out, which are somewhere directly linked with reading, and reading helps. So that means almost 30 questions out of 34 questions you will be able to do well in the exam if you just do reading. Reading becomes the base for the exam. There are four questions of parajumbles. Here also reading definitely helps. You have to form connecting sentences, etc. Where reading helps to build that subconscious mind of language that could help you to solve even parajumbles. So that means reading becomes very important. Reading not only helps for verbal, but helps for other sections as well. Because if you're good at the language, you'll be able to understand the DLR sets as well as the concepts faster. For CAT, reading is most important. For other exams, you also do grammar and vocabulary. For CAT, even if you do only reading, I normally say it's sufficient as far as the exam is concerned. You don't have to do anything else, no grammar, no vocabulary. Vocabulary only if you are from a vernacular medium or you feel you're specifically weak in vocab. Else, only reading normally is sufficient for the CAT verbal. But if you're looking at other exams, then you need to do grammar and vocabulary because those are part of those exams. Normally, reading takes care of grammar because when you read, your subconscious mind automatically forms that grammar sentences. For example, when you speak, you don't constantly speak. You don't say, I put a noun, I put a pronoun, I put a verb and form a sentence. You subconsciously speak. And the way that speech is developed is because you have been reading or you've been doing something on that language over a period of time. It's more of a subconscious mind. So when you read a lot, your subconscious mind is automatically developed and that helps you to speak better. And that also helps you somewhere in your grammar, like filling the blanks or other type of questions. Reading definitely helps. You can study vocabulary. You can look at words, books like Word Power Made Easy, or maybe look at word list. Normally, for the entrance examination, word list is a good place to do vocabulary. If you're looking at exams other than CAT, then maybe you can pick up some word list and prepare from that word list for vocabulary. What's your daily plan? So around 30 minutes to 2 hours of reading. Reading is the most important. So, lot of time on reading, some time on vocabulary. If you're doing vocabulary, some time on vocabulary, and some time on verbal exercises for grammar exercises. If you're reading, I put 0 minutes because if you're not focusing on other exams and only on CAT, then reading becomes the only thing that you need to do. If you're looking at other exams, then do some amount of vocabulary and some amount of verbal exercises. Reading, it's very important to enjoy what you read because then you'll understand what the author says and then you'll actually understand how to read. So and start with reading what you like. If you don't know what you like, then read books from different genres. So read some detective books, some fiction, some non-fiction. See which books you like, or maybe some sports articles, something. It could be not necessarily novels. It could be articles that you enjoy, something on your hobby like cooking or something on sports, anything that you enjoy reading. Maybe it could also be reading on your work. So suppose you work in finance, so maybe reading on finance also will do. I mean, reading something that you enjoy. Over a period of time, you can also include editorials in newspapers, okay, or basically to broad base your reading. Because what happens is the topics that come in the exam are of various kinds. So you need to broad base over a period of time. So over a period of time, you can include other type of reading as far as possible. So how to go about reading? So let's start with July. July, 1.5 hours of reading. So from that, maybe 1 hour, 15 minutes, I would say read what you like. Identify what you like. If you like novels, read novels. Anything that you like reading. We normally recommend 4 novels every month. You can pick up those novels and read and see which one you like and accordingly go about it. And 15 minutes maybe on editorials and other articles. So just that 15 minutes so that you can broad base your reading. So most of your time on reading on something that you like. In August onwards, increase the reading by half an hour maybe. So again, 1 hour 15 minutes on something that you like reading, continue that. Editorials 15 minutes and maybe articles 15 to 30 minutes. Articles of varied topics is what you can include. So some of the topics that you include is maybe Monday you can put politics, Tuesday history. So basically one day politics, one day history, one day psychology, one day business, one day philosophy, one day science, one day arts. So you're basically reading different kind of articles every day. So you're familiar with different. One article may be sufficient, right? So this is what you can do for reading. But most of the time of reading should spend on something that you enjoy reading. Grammar, maybe you can complete the grammar whole syllabus in 1 month. That's sufficient. Just focus on solving exercises. That's sufficient. Need not go with grammar rules because there are so many exceptions. You may yourself get confused. The best way to learn grammar is as and when you solve exercises. Wherever you go wrong, write it in a piece of book and revise that. Okay, these are the rules for it. That will help you to understand grammar. Spend 25 minutes on preparation of grammar and maybe 5 days for revision. That's what you can do. The tentative schedule I put out here. So in July month, you can complete your grammar syllabus completely. Nouns, pronouns, verbs, etc. So that will help you to complete grammar syllabus. Next is verbal ability. This is what comes in the CAT exam. The parajumbles, the odd man out, etc. So ideally 10 to 15 days per topic. So once you finish grammar, then maybe you can spend 10 to 15 days per topic on verbal ability and just solve exercises and be familiar with it. So maybe 10 to 15 days of jumble para, 10 to 15 days of odd man out, 10 to 15 days of para summary. The reason I'm telling this to do later on, okay, because once you read in the initial months, you get familiar with the language. And the moment you're familiar with the language, you'll be able to solve this in a better way. Okay, therefore I say start reading, and then maybe in August you can start solving these 10 to 15 days each area. That should help. Hope this will help you prepare your plans. Thank you.